Hello, my amazing friends. Today, I have something truly special for you. Listen carefully, because this story might change the way you think, speak, and feel about English. He is the greatest psychologist the world has ever known, a man who understood the human heart like no one else. You've heard of Romeo and Juliet, Hamlet, Macbeth, and Othello, but these are not just stories. They are mirrors of life, love, power, betrayal, ambition, everything that makes us human. His influence was so deep that English itself would never be the same without him. Many of the words, phrases, and ideas we use today came from his brilliant mind. But how did he become William Shakespeare, the greatest writer in history? He wasn't born rich or powerful. He never went to a grand university. Yet, he became the most famous name in literature. So if you're learning English today, struggling with words, wondering how to express yourself, this story is for you, because Shakespeare himself started as an ordinary boy, just like anyone else. A story of struggle, passion, and unstoppable creativity. So sit back, listen carefully, and enjoy, because this will not only improve your English, but also fill you with inspiration. The beginning. It was a cold April day in 1564. In a small English town called Stratford-upon-Avon, when a baby boy was born. His parents, John and Mary Shakespeare, had no idea their son would one day change the world. His name, William Shakespeare. Stratford was a quiet town, narrow streets, wooden houses, a calm river. William's father, John, was a glovemaker. His mother, Mary, came from a wealthy farming family. They were hard-working, loving people. William was the third of 8 children. The house was always full of laughter and noise. But William was different. He was curious. He watched, listened, and observed everything around him. That curiosity would one day make him the greatest playwright of all time. Back then, there was no TV, no phones, no internet. People entertained themselves with stories. Traveling actors performed in the streets, and young William watched in amazement. Every tale, every legend, every heroic story made his imagination grow stronger. Education and inspiration. At 7, William started school. It was small, simple, and strict, but he loved learning. He studied Latin, history, poetry, and literature. He discovered great writers like Ovid, Plutarch, and Virgil, stories that stayed with him forever. He wasn't just a bookworm, though. He loved nature, walking through fields, listening to birds, dreaming about life. Inside him burned a hunger for words, stories, and meaning. But life wasn't always kind. His father's business started to fail. Money became tight, and the family faced hard times. Yet William didn't lose hope. He watched, learned, and turned pain into understanding, lessons that would shape his future plays. Even as a boy, he had a gift with words, writing little rhymes, performing for his friends. No one knew it then, but this boy from Stratford would one day write the most famous plays in history. Love and the Lost Years. At 18, William fell in love with a woman named Anne Hathaway, who was 8 years older than him. Their love was real, but life took an unexpected turn. Anne became pregnant before marriage. In those days, that was a big deal. So they married quickly in 1582. Soon, they had 3 children, Susanna, and twins Hamnet and Judith. By 21, William was a husband and father of 3, but he had no stable job and no idea how to support his family. He didn't want to be a glovemaker like his father. He wanted something more. Then came what historians call the Lost Years, 1585 to 1592, a mysterious gap in his life. No one knows exactly what he did. Some say he was a teacher, some say an actor. Others believe he got into trouble and fled Stratford. Whatever the truth, when he reappeared in history, he was in London, ready to take on the world. The rise of a legend. London in the late 1500s was alive with energy, full of actors, writers, and poets, all chasing fame. Shakespeare arrived with no money, no connections, no experience, only talent and determination. He began as an actor, studying every detail of performance. Then he started writing his own plays, first simple ones, then masterpieces that made people think and feel deeply. By 1592, he was becoming famous. Some rivals insulted him, calling him an upstart crow. But Shakespeare didn't stop. He worked harder. When the plague hit in 1593 and theaters closed, he wrote poetry instead, Venus and Adonis, and The Rape of Lucrece. Even Queen Elizabeth admired his work. When theaters reopened, Shakespeare joined the Lord Chamberlain's Men, one of the best acting companies in London. He wrote Romeo and Juliet, Hamlet, Macbeth, Othello, plays full of love, power, and tragedy. By the late 1590s, he was England's most famous playwright. The Globe Theatre and Greatness. In 1599, Shakespeare and his company built their own theater, the Globe. Imagine it, a round, open-roofed arena filled with thousands of people, all waiting to see his words come alive. Here, he performed his greatest works, Hamlet, Macbeth, Othello, Julius Caesar. Each one revealed the beauty and pain of being human. Success brought him wealth. He became part owner of the Globe, earning from every show. He bought houses, supported his family, and even gained royal favor. When King James I came to power in 1603, he loved Shakespeare's plays so much that he made his company the King's Men, official actors of the royal court. From a glovemaker's son to the king's playwright. What a journey. Later years and legacy. Between 1603 and 1611, Shakespeare wrote his deepest works, King Lear, Macbeth, The Tempest. His writing became darker, wiser, more emotional, reflections of his own life and loss. By 1611, he had achieved everything, fame, wealth, respect. So he retired to Stratford, his hometown. He lived quietly in his beautiful house, new place, spending time with family, reading, walking in nature, and remembering the life he had lived. Then in 1616, after a dinner with friends, he suddenly fell ill. On April 23, 1616, at the age of 52, William Shakespeare passed away. He was buried in Holy Trinity Church, Stratford, the same place where he was baptized. On his grave, he left a warning in verse, "Good friend, for Jesus' sake forbear to dig the dust enclosed here. Blessed be the man that spares these stones, and cursed be he that moves my bones." Even in death, his words were powerful. The eternal legacy. Though his body was buried, his words lived on. His plays were performed, his books were read, his ideas spread across the world. Centuries later, his influence is everywhere, in films, songs, speeches, even everyday English. He showed us that love can be beautiful, yet tragic, Romeo and Juliet, that power can destroy, Macbeth, that betrayal can come from those we trust, Julius Caesar, and that life itself is full of mystery, Hamlet. Shakespeare understood human nature better than anyone. His life proves that words have power to inspire, to heal, to change the world. The message for you, amazing friends, you have a dream too, right? Maybe to be a writer, a speaker, a creator, a leader. Sometimes fear stops you, people doubt you. But remember this, Shakespeare was just like you. No rich family, no connections, no guarantee of success. Only a dream and a heart that refused to give up. So never stop chasing your dream. Start today. Work hard, believe in yourself, because you are stronger than you think, greater than you believe, and one step away from changing your life forever. If this story inspired you, give this video a like, comment below, and tell me, what's your dream? Let's inspire each other. Subscribe and hit the bell icon because here at TalkFreak, we're on a journey to learn, grow, and become unstoppable. Together, your future is waiting. Go out there and make history. And always remember Shakespeare's words, "It is not in the stars to hold our destiny, but in ourselves." Maybe, just maybe, you are the next great storyteller the world is waiting for.